everyone. Happy Monday in this wonderful middle of October. Happy Halloween season to everyone. Hope everybody's having a great week so far. That's only Monday, so it's a good start of the week. Figured I'd have a quick live stream today just to go over some stuff that I wanted to talk about from over the weekend. First thing is Halloween Ends came out. The movie finished off the Halloween trilogy. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about that. Learning that there might be an issue with my microphone. Hold on a second. All right, hold on. I want to try something real quick. Can you hear me now? Everybody hear me. Everybody hear me. I am just a one. Okay. Sure. What the issue might be here. Hold on. I'm supposedly having technical difficulties here. Hold on 1 second, people. Not the way I like to start my streams, damn it. Hold on. So can everybody hear me okay? Oh, I see what you're saying. It sounds a little distant. Hold on. Am I coming through clear? Just testing. Hold on. I think I see what's going on. Okay, I don't know. Everybody thinks I'm coming through clearly. If you can hear me clearly, you're in the chat, let me know. It looks like I got a few people. Diana, thanks, Mom. So I sound okay. Okay. Just wanted to check. Because I was being told that I had some muffling sound. It could be the computer I'm using this, and I borrowed my pop's computer for a little bit, his laptop. I am getting my other computer back next week. Next week at this time, I'll have my big, nice work PC back. I'll be back at home, working from home, so I'll have a nice, powerful PC to go off of. As long as you guys can hear me, for now, it'll be okay. Hold on 1 second. Just messing with some settings here. I can hear you, but it's not like it usually sounds. So it's not as clear. Okay, hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. That's not the way I wanted to start this. Okay, hold on. I think I found the problem. Hold on.
How about now? Is that better? Can everybody hear me better? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me better now. Switch microphones. We're good. Okay, we're good. We're good. I got the okay. We're good. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I'm so sorry about that start. Thank you. Okay. I'm getting people texting me, people telling me, good. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, new equipment I'm working with here real quick. So I just wanted to go ahead and say thank you for everybody in the chat getting back to me, giving me the feedback, including the wife and kid. Okay, good. Anyway, happy Monday, everyone. Let's start over. By the way, I wanted to let everybody know I have a new intro. So I have my Cannoli Sasquatch background now, and I play the Italian music for my streams. And then for the Whiskey and Cannolis podcast on Fridays, I do this mix of Irish, Italian intro. So let me know if you guys like that. I think it's hilarious. I think it fits me and Whiskey Banger's personality. So for my streams, my own ones, I'll do the Italian music. For the Whiskey and Cannolis podcast, which, by the way, this Friday coming up, the Whiskey and Cannolis podcast is going to be a fun one. We're going to do in the Halloween theme. We're in the Halloween spirit. We're going to rate horror movies. The best ones, the worst ones, the most overrated ones. And I want the chat to get involved on this. So this Friday coming up at 7:05 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we are going to talk horror movies for the stream. So anyway, let's get to Halloween Ends. I'm going to do a quick stream tonight. It's going to be about around the hour mark. Okay, good. I'm glad everybody can hear me now. Halloween Ends. I've seen a lot of people reviewing this from over the weekend. So there will be spoilers. So in the very beginning of this stream, right now, hey, Advent Wrath, what's up, buddy? Yeah, you know what? I appreciate Advent. First of all, thanks for everybody coming in. Diana, of course, my parents, the wife, the kid, Advent Wrath. I want you to follow him on YouTube. He's got a very awesome, unique channel on YouTube, Advent Wrath. Horror storytelling, very interesting. Also follow him on Twitter. And then pretty soon here, I'm going to make my wife also the moderator of the channel, where she's going to drop links for people. In fact, if coming up next week when I have better equipment and I get her maybe in the possibility of getting a new laptop as well for some other stuff, I want her to start dropping links and likes and people's stuff in the chat. So I'm going to start doing that next week for everyone because they do it for me. I want to give a shout out to Abomination AJ as well. His partner Left Eye Ego. Left Eye Ego and I are going to do a collaboration stream next week, probably next Wednesday. So that's going to be fun. Advent Wrath, like to have you on some point on the show. We got a great group of people on YouTube. Our community's awesome. We're growing, fighting the bad narrative out there by corporate media, corporate shills, and we're doing a great job. Advent Wrath is one of those people. So thank you for dropping by. And if you go back to Abomination AJ, I know he's listening because he said he would support. Tell him I said hi, and I like watching him playing Diablo. So I got a plug, and not the sexual kind. I ruined it. I'm sorry. Hey, it's okay, buddy. I'm going to drop links when I can. When I get the better equipment, I'll be able to multitask much better. So I will be dropping links next week, I promise. But yes, go follow Advent Wrath. Awesome stuff. So Halloween Kills came out. So if you remember the Halloween trilogy that from 2018 on, they said that they wanted to kind of reboot, reestablish a new trilogy for Halloween. So initially, my thoughts were, why? How are you going to bring this story back after 40 years? How are you going to make it work? There were so many movies, so many Halloween movies that came out. I forgot the total amount, but it's an obscene, absurd amount of Halloween movies that came out from the original. Hey, Mike D, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in, bed. Thanks. Yeah, Advent. That's all we do, man. Just support each other, man. But yeah, if you want, I'll get your link on here soon. So we'll get your shout out. So anyway, Halloween Kills is the third of the newest trilogy, and I don't even know where to begin. I didn't have high expectations for this movie because Halloween Ends is this one. Halloween Kills was the second one. I did not like that movie. There were elements of the movie that were good. There were elements of the movie that were bad. Overall, pretty bad. I think I gave Halloween Kills a 6 out of 10 overall. Just basically average. I actually liked the first Halloween movie in 2018. I thought it was okay. It was a pretty good. They did a pretty decent job in bringing the character back and how they brought it back. What they basically did is, if you remember the original Halloween movie, they basically Halloween movies. The original one is amazing. We all know it's amazing. It's what kind of began the whole slasher movie thing. The guy in the mask, breathing heavy, chasing around horny teenagers and stabbing them. It was great. Of course, it was made on an extremely low budget for its time. Nobody expected it to really do what it did, but it did great. It made a lot of money in its time. Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, it was a great movie. Practical effects, very scary. You know, you got a guy in a white mask running around killing everybody, and then one neighborhood. Then okay, so if you remember that movie, people really revere the original movie, and then Halloween #2. Those are the John Carpenter movies. People like those movies the best because they love John Carpenter. They feel it's more of a traditional horror, great horror movies. So 1 and 2. Now, people don't like what they did in Halloween 2. I'm talking about the originals. How they made it to where Laurie Strode was the sister of Michael Myers, and that's why he was coming after her. And, you know, there was some weird elements to that, but still, I think 1 and 2 are pretty good. And then they just started going off the reservation. Halloween 3 had nothing to do with Michael Myers. If I remember, I wish my cousin Michelle was listening in, because Halloween 3 went so far off the reservation as far as storytelling. There was no Michael Myers. There was no Laurie Strode. It was about a weird corporation who was, if I remember correctly, if I'm wrong, in the stream, if you remember the Halloween 3 synopsis, it was about they put masks on people that basically killed them. Like when they heard a song come on a commercial, and they try to kind of veer off into their own another set of like movies they wanted to create based off the Halloween name, and it did not work well. Season of the Witch. That's what it was. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch had to do with the masks. They were giving out masks to kids, to families, and they had these pumpkin masks, right? Weren't they pumpkin masks? And then there was a specific, they had to wear them on Halloween or something. And then when they heard a commercial on TV, it basically killed everyone. And so Halloween 3 really went off the reservation, like big time off the reservation. So that basically almost killed the Halloween franchises from 1 and 2. Then there was 5 and then 6, and then there was the next best one in people's mind was Halloween H2O. I think that John Carpenter came back for that, if I'm not mistaken. Tell me in the chat if I'm wrong. That Jamie Lee Curtis came back after that, a long stint away, I believe, and there was a bunch of other people. So you got Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O. And then in 2018, they said, hey, you know what? We're going to go ahead and make a reboot, and we're going to retcon the original trilogy, or the original movies. So basically, we're starting off after number 1, and that is it. Halloween 2 through 50 doesn't exist anymore. So in this version of the universe, Halloween 1 ends with Michael Myers getting caught and going into a mental institution. And then if you remember the Halloween 2018 movie, he goes in. No, there's just number 1 counted towards the franchise, not anyone else. Everything else after that did not count. So Halloween came out in 2018, and people were like, God, what is this? Like, why are we making this movie? What can you do here? Surprisingly enough, it wasn't bad. They had a good kind of a backstory with Laurie Strode, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, how she came back, and she was so fearful of Michael coming back that she basically, all she did her whole life, instead of being basically a parent to her daughter, was to get ready for him coming back. She trained her daughter to fight and use weapons, and they had hidden compartments and areas in the house with knives and weapons, and basically her daughter never had a normal life, and then went on and on and on. So of course Michael Myers comes back, kills everybody in the movie. Then her granddaughter, he's trying to attack her granddaughter, and there's a psychiatrist in the movie, and then he basically wants to know what it's like to be like to be like him, Michael. So he kind of frees him to follow him around, and it was a whole weird scenario in the original 2018. No, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say original. The 2018 version of Halloween, but it was good. It was gory. It was fun. Not the greatest horror movie I've ever seen, but it wasn't bad. And then you got the sequel, Halloween Kills, and boy, did that kill in the wrong sense of the word. That movie was way over the top, and what they tried to do. Hey, Double G Greg. Hey, we're talking about your favorite movie, Double G Greg, Halloween, but the newer ones. So we're just going over how the original was great. Number 2 was okay, and then it went off the rails, and H2O came out, and then now the new trilogy. The new Halloween is bad. So Halloween Kills came out, which is part 2 of the newest trilogy. And boy, the writers and the people who made the movie are like, well, we really don't want to make Michael Myers supernatural. Never mind, he's getting the shit kicked out of him with bats and belts and tire clubs and getting shot and stabbed. And I don't know. I just really, I didn't hate all of Halloween Kills. And I got you, Mike D. Hey, listen, if you enjoy the movie, all more power to you, man. Halloween Kills was better than Halloween Ends. I just didn't like it really that much. Halloween Kills was weird in some aspects. Like there was a scene in a hospital that was really weird. When they're chanting, walking down the streets, horror dies tonight. What the hell are they saying in Halloween Kills? I don't know. I forgot. But it was okay. It had some good kills. Very gory. But it played on that Michael Myers supernatural element that, I don't know. I guess in these movies you got to suspend disbelief. Like, is he really supernatural? Because the guy comes back after every movie and he's still alive. Because I don't know. His hand's blown off. He's getting beat up in the streets, run over by cars, shot, stabbed multiple times, and he's still waking up. I don't know. So Halloween Kills ends by him killing Laurie Strode's daughter. And this is how you know evil dies tonight. That was the chant they were saying. Evil dies tonight in the streets. That was one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life. It took me out of the movie a little bit. I don't know. Halloween Kills just wasn't what I thought it would be. This is really a trilogy that was not necessary, in my opinion. You could have just finished with the first movie. The Halloween remake, you could have just finished with that. That was good enough. I own that movie because I liked it. Bought it on sale when it came out, like a little time after the movie came out in the theaters. It was okay. I did not think that it was necessary to make 3 movies out of this, and you could tell the writers didn't know what the hell they were doing at some point because they just kind of threw shit against the wall and saw what stuck and what came out, and this is what came out. So Halloween Kills ends with Michael Myers basically hiding. He gets away, but he kills Laurie Strode's daughter, Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter, which was stupid because they have Jason beat or he disappeared. I don't know what happened. And then she goes back into the house alone, and then she gets killed by Michael. I was like, well, what are you doing? Who writes this shit? Like there's cheesy horror entertainment. It's entertaining. You just fine. Then there's just stupid. And this was stupid. So, and then Halloween Ends was announced. Like, this is the end of this trilogy. We're done with Michael Myers now. It's it. This is the end of this whole story after 40 plus years. So I'm like, okay, maybe they'll get the last part of the trilogy right. Again, my expectations were low. Oh boy. Oh boy. If I can share the screen here real quick. So this is what we get. We got a horrible Rotten Tomatoes score. I don't always go by Rotten Tomatoes. I don't. I don't always believe them. 40% by critics, 57 audience score. And if you go through the reviews, and I'm not going to go through the critic reviews because I can care less about the critic reviews. If you go by the audience scores, some people liked it. Now, what I'm not sure about is where it was more gruesome than others, because I don't think there was a lot of action or violence. There was some. There were kills in the movie, but nothing like, I don't know. You know, in the original, you could say the same thing, like, oh, there wasn't a lot of kills in it. So anyway, you go through this, you go through some of the reviews, and you see either you liked it or most people didn't. Here's the problem I had with the movie the most, and I'm gonna go into a little bit of spoiler territory here. You have the way the movie ended after the second one, Halloween Kills, you expected them to start right off where it left off. That's not what happens here. The writers decided, you know what, F it. We're going to go ahead and bring in a new character. And so the movie starts off with this guy named Corey, who's babysitting for a couple in Haddonfield. And so I'm thinking, what the hell does this have to do with the movie? So I'm thinking maybe, all right, well, so what does Michael Myers get? How does he get involved here? Does he come in and kill the babysitter? Does he kill the kid? You could tell something's right away is off about the child. He's a little nuts. Not the child, the babysitter, Corey. And the kid he's babysitting is an asshole, typical. He's just kind of a punk. So anyway, the parents leave. Corey's babysitting. He's like a 21-year-old kid. He seems like a good kid, a little nerdy. And the little kid who he's babysitting is just being an asshole. He's watching the movie The Thing. You remember The Thing with Kurt Russell? Awesome 80s horror movie. So they're watching the movie, and the kid's telling Corey, the babysitter, well, aren't you scared? And Corey's like, I'm 21 years old. I don't get scared. Bullshit. You can see the guy's frightened, but he's trying to play it off. But the kid's being an asshole. So the little kid decides, I'm going to hide from the babysitter. And they got this huge house. So he goes all the way to the highest point of the house, locks himself in a attic. Oh, no, he locks the babysitter in an attic. 21-year-old kid's locked in an attic. And he's getting nervous. He's getting scared. So naturally, the parents start coming home at the end of the evening, and they hear Corey, the babysitter, trying to break out of this attic. So he's kicking the door in, not knowing that the kid he's babysitting is behind the door. So, and again, this is like 15 minutes into the movie, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Where's Michael Myers? I don't give a shit about these people. So I'm like, is he hiding in the attic? what the hell is going on? So the kid, Corey, the babysitter, kicks the door open, not knowing the kid he's babysitting is behind the door. And the freaking writers and directors of this movie thought it would be a good idea to literally watch the kid fall over get kicked off the banister, fly, I don't know how many flights of stairs down, and get demolished by the floor and die instantly, of course. But they show it. They show him bouncing off the ground, blood everywhere. And then, of course, they look up and Corey has a knife in his hand because he was cutting bread before that. And he just decided, I'm going to run up the stairs with the knife. I don't know why. So, of course, he goes to jail. It was the whole thing, right? So, playing into the movie, this is how the movie starts. So, we're 20 minutes into the movie. I like that, Advent. Is this something? How do you know this, Advent? You guys do realize that in every awkward live chat silence, a crossed-eyed baby is born. I love this guy. This guy is he has the most unique takes on Twitter. Please follow him on YouTube as well. He's awesome. Oh, yeah. And by the way, in case I haven't said, please like and subscribe and share. I'm going to leave that up there. I have to do it. That's how I get my channel grown. By the way, we're up to 84 subscribers now. We're killing it right now. We got a great community on Twitter. I'm trying to do things with, collaborate with. We're doing great. Back to the movie. So anyway, I'm not going to get into a whole long diatribe of just scene by scene. So what happens is they introduce this new character named Corey for no reason. And then Corey basically, as time goes on, he gets out of jail, of course. Then it's flash forwards 4 years now. So we're 4 years after Michael Myers. This is where this Corey kid comes in. So Laurie Strode, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, buys a house. She figures, I'm going to let bygones be bygones. I'm done with the hate. I'll always have this fear, but I'm done with that life. Michael's gone, whatever. He hasn't come around in 4. She buys a house. The granddaughter comes and lives with her. The granddaughter is played by Andy Matichak. She's Allison. So the granddaughter is Allison. So Allison's living with her because her parents, they're dead because Michael Myers killed them, of course, in the first 2 movies. She's writing a story. Laurie Strode, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, is writing a book about the situation. So you figure, oh, this is cute. Where's this going to go? But this is cute. But where's Michael Myers? 30 minutes into the movie now. And by the way, if you're going to do something like this, where you're trying to do something what you think is unique and different, make it interesting. I know people in here say they like the movie, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to your opinion. Make it interesting. I learned that through my perv Advent Wrath. I learned that through my perv Uncle Cracker. I laughed out loud when that kid got splattered. And that you're right, Advent. Like it was shocking, but almost comical. And that's sick to say in a way, but it was just the way they did it. It was fucking just weird. So anyway, Laurie and Allison are trying to get on with their lives. And of course, Allison's been making, I guess, apparently some bad decisions on people she's been dating. You know, she has no guidance from her parents. Her grandmother's doing the best she can. She's a nurse now, Allison, trying to get a promotion at her place, but she can't. So Jamie Lee Curtis seems better, right? Mentally, she seems better. She's happy. Where's Michael Myers? 35 minutes into the movie, 40 minutes into the movie. And during this time, this kid, Corey, who got out of jail, accidentally killed this kid. He's getting bullied by people at gas stations. Everybody looks at him as the kid killer, except I think his uncle or stepdad, maybe. I think it's a stepdad or uncle, gives him a job in a junkyard. He fixes cars. He's a mechanic. But he gets picked on by of course, the typical bullied kids who bully him at the gas station, the kids who bully him later on in the movie. Laurie Strode tries to help him in a situation. So there's a lot going on. None of it's interesting to me. So we actually start to literally half the movie is about this kid Corey. And you're like, what does this have to do with anything? So Corey's getting bullied. And while he's getting bullied, he's holding a glass bottle in his hand of like a drink. And he breaks it because he's so angry about being bullied by these kids, but he doesn't want to hurt them. He cuts his hand, whatever. They pick on him, whatever. So Laurie Strode's granddaughter is, by coincidence, a nurse. So he goes to get his hand checked out. And of course, Allison immediately, in some weird way, falls in love with the kid basically on first sight. And it's a movie. You can do what you want. I got to ask the females in the chat, at least especially my wife, was he that good looking that you would fall in love with that guy right away? He was kind of creepy looking. Like he's just a I don't know. It's just an odd kid, and it's like she's smitten head over heels for this dude. I don't know why. I don't know if the movie was trying to make the point that she's attracted to, like, I don't want to say evil, but these like mentally off people, or she's just making bad decisions because her mom's not there. She has no guidance. I don't know. But that plot really went through fast. Like, she and this kid Corey got together and started dating fast. And it went quick. Like, and that's the thing, Mike D. I want to know. Like, did she know who he was, or was it something Advent Wrath. I don't want to say nothing. Listen, I don't go that way, but you show off your workout stuff on Twitter sometimes, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't turn away. But I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah. So anyway, she falls in love with this kid like right away, and I don't know if it's because it's the attractive to evil. Like, she can't get away from this. It's just in the family. It's like a thing where evil just kind of, I don't know, breaks through on all. Like, you just can't think straight. She's attracted to this kind of person. It's really weird that there's chaos in her life. And then Lori was the one who wanted her to meet him, though. So it's like this whole family, especially the grandmother and this connection with the granddaughter, they can't get away from these type of people. Like, evil in their life is just there, manifest with them, through them, around them, everything. So okay, it's still not exciting. No Michael Myers. Now you got to remember, this is the end of a trilogy you're trying to push here. Your whole selling point is Michael Myers. This is the end of him after 40 plus years of movies. I don't care if this doesn't tie into the original, all the other movies after the first one. He's still an icon. So where is Michael Myers? So anyway, moving the story along, this kid Corey gets picked on and gets basically knocked off of a bridge, like a small, like overpass bridge, onto the ground where there's a homeless encampment, and he gets knocked out. So a homeless guy looks back and sees him being dragged into a sewer. Key words: the kid falls on the ground and gets dragged into a sewer. So I'm thinking, oh my God, please don't make it where Michael Myers lives in a sewer, because I'm going to fucking throw up. What happens? Kid wakes up in the sewer, looking through a hole in the sewer, like in the ground. And you see a hand come through. And all of a sudden, you see Michael Myers' mask through the hole. 51 minutes into the movie. You heard that right. 51 minutes into a Halloween movie, we see Michael Myers. So anyway, Michael Myers grabbing him by the neck, and the kid's trying to get away. Then you see the evil from Michael Myers, because Michael Myers knows evil. He's the personification of evil. While he's choking this kid, trying to kill him, you see the kid and him lock eyes, and Michael Myers sees. You see this like weird supernatural-ish voodoo fucking sequence where they're looking through each other's eyes, seeing what the other person's done, and he sees Corey's whole persona of what he's done and how he really is, and lets him go. And here's the theory: Michael Myers knows evil, right? He is evil, the personification of evil. Lets him go because he's like, oh yeah, he's evil. I'll let him go because he's going to start killing people probably, or this is what he is. Then you don't see Michael Myers for a little bit more. And so the movie goes on with this kid Corey, really, and Allison. They bang at some point, of course, because why not? And as this is happening, he brings somebody that Allison was dating that had an altercation with Corey in a restaurant. And of course, the guy follows Corey, and Corey leads him into the sewer. So, of course, Michael Myers is there. Corey's there in the sewer with this policeman, I think, who Allison was dating. He's a creep. The guy's a weirdo. Did he deserve to die? I don't know. He was annoying. So Michael Myers is old and frail at this point, and he can't really get the job done. And remember, he's been dormant for 4 years. So Corey basically tackles this person and tells Michael, grab your knife. Show me how it's done. Show me how to kill. So Michael Myers grabs the knife, weak stab. And then this is where the second part of the story comes in, was to like Michael had to recharge his evil, basically like regenerate it. He stabs him again. He stabs it again. So basically the guy just keeps stabbing and stabbing. Michael Myers goes on just starts going after this guy, and he's getting stronger as he's stabbing him. So you're starting to think, okay, well, Michael is getting his power basically back because he's been dormant, he's been away, he's been frail. I don't know how he hasn't eaten anything but rat shit and sewer water for the last 4 years, but he's alive. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. He's alive. So Corey sees this, and so basically they start they're buddies. They're doing wrestling tag teaming shit, going into doctors' houses, stabbing people, killing the doctor and his girlfriend who works with Allison, that got the promotion over Allison by sleeping with the doctor. So Corey's jerking off in the corner basically while Michael Myers is lifting up the girl and stabbing her. It's like, what is this? And then, let me see what Advent Wrath. Michael was only in the original for 9 minutes and 38 seconds, I believe, but his presence was there. Thank you. Throughout, they made you believe an evil presence is around through and non-existent in the movie. This is the difference. Yes, Advent. Thank you for bringing that up, because that is a great point. I'm going to highlight this because he is right. In the original movie, he's only in it for 10 minutes, but he's in it right away because he's the kid that kills the sister. I think it was the sister. Yeah, the sister. And then you're right, stalking Laurie Strode. Every time there was as the movie went on, anytime there was a dark corner or a dark room, you're expecting to see him. His presence was a character in itself. So this is a great point you're making here. This movie, you didn't feel his presence. You didn't even know he existed because they made it a point in the story to push him aside, to bring in this new character. Some people liked what they did. It's different. I'm like, I understand that, but if you're going to do that, don't do it with a Halloween franchise. Make another movie called Corey and make a whole different serial killer type story. What up, Abomination AJ? Hey, Abomination AJ's in the chat. What's up, buddy? Hey, man, I was watching you play that Diablo 3. I appreciate you joining in, man. I know it's kind of late in the evening, but I appreciate it. We got Advent Wrath. We got Diana. We got all the characters in here. Was the new character a woman? I'm sorry. You know what, AJ? I'm sorry if I'm ruining the movie for you. I don't even know if you're going to watch it. I'm sorry if there's spoilers. No, the new character was not a woman. It was a guy named Corey. And he, basically, long story short, he accidentally killed a kid. He was babysitting. The town went after him, basically. He got bullied a lot. He got angry. He had a really kind of messed up family life. Exactly. Thank you, Abomination AJ. I know. Well, if you don't care, then I'm going to spoil it. Anyway, long story short, he got a fucked up family life. His mom was weird. Like, you could see as the movie's going on, you could see why this kid snapped. But anyway, close enough. You're right. Yeah, he might as well have been a woman. So anyways, the movie's going on. Him and Michael are tag teaming, killing people. But it still doesn't feel like a Halloween movie. And then you got the parents of the kid that this Corey guy killed, and the dad's, of course, the mom hates him, catches him at a party, and she's like, "Oh, you killed my son." So Corey and Allison break up, and then they get back together, and then he bangs her, and then Laurie says, "I see his eyes. He's changed, this kid. He's not the same kid I saw that I wanted you to date before. He's evil." I'm like, well, where is this story? Let the rage flow is right. This was basically not a Halloween movie for the first half more than the first half of the movie. I want to see Michael Myers. I want to see the main character, the protagonist, antagonist in this movie. I want to see him. I don't want to see. This is what I mean about current writers these days. Like, they're sitting in a room and they're going, let's put this kid Corey in the movie for 50%, 60% of the movie, maybe more. And then we'll bring in this Michael Myers and they'll buddy up and start killing people. It's a grand old time. No, I don't want to see that. No, and I get that, Mike D. See, I agree. When he was behind the bush, a throwback to Michael being behind the bush in the original. I get that. I remember that. I called that scene when it came back. The problem is, and just like Advent Wrath said here, in the original movie, you felt Michael's presence. You knew he was a force to be reckoned with. How are you going to stop this guy? But he was lurking. His presence was bigger than his main character in the movie, like his actual physical character. In this movie, It's like, okay, I don't know. So I want to see Michael Myers. I understand people are saying, I hear a lot of arguments this weekend about, well, it's just the same old Michael Myers thing and the same old Halloween thing. That's what I want. If you're making a movie about Batman, I want to see Batman. If you're making a movie about any character, name anybody in the chat, name your favorite character, movie, comic book, cartoon. Now imagine not having that character in your movie for 50 minutes plus. In an hour and a 40-minute movie or whatever it was, hour and a half. And again, you could like the movie. I have no problem with people who are entertained by movies. There's a lot of stupid movies I like, a lot of dumb movies. Santa Claus. Okay, imagine making the movie with Tim Allen, the Santa Claus movie, and he's not even in it as Santa Claus. Well, that's different though. I'll give you that because that's a origin story, but you know who the character is and you know who he's going to become. Now, I'm not imagining having no main character for 50 minutes. In the original, here, I'm going to say here, I'm going to put Avian Rat's coming with fire right now. In the original two jump scares set the tone for the first. Is it Michael? But there is no music. The second is Michael, and there's music. Trains the audience that when there is music, Michael is around. I agree. That's a great point. That's been copied throughout cinema now with horror movies. You hear music, you know something bad's going to happen. But you're right. The first one, you didn't need the music. It was so good. So anyway, you get through this whole story, and then basically by the end of it, Michael finally is going after Laurie Strode. And it's amazing how Laurie Strode, how old is Laurie Strode? Like she's like got to be in her 70s at this point, but she's going toe to toe with a giant. Oh, by the way, I forgot to bring this up. I'm sorry. I was getting ahead of myself. This kid, Corey, steals Michael Myers' mask from him. Michael Myers let a kid steal his mask from him, knock him down, steal his mask. So he wanted to become the new Michael Myers now. This kid, Corey, went full in. I'm going to be the new serial killer in town. Puts the Michael Myers mask on and the mechanic jumpsuit thing. Goes around, starts killing everybody. The people that bullied him, kills them. And some of the kills were good. It just didn't feel authentic to me. It's like he's just ripping. I don't know. Long story short, there is a lot of psychology missing from the movie. He literally knocked him down, Abomination. They fight in a sewer where Michael Myers lives, and he knocks him on his ass. Now, I get that Michael Myers is old. I don't know. He's probably in his 70s in the movie. Never mind, he hasn't eaten or drinking anything probably in 4 years, and he lives in a sewer. But it's okay. It's okay. He's still alive. Knives don't kill him. Guns don't kill him. Nothing kills him. But he can live in a sewer by himself. Dr. Loomis is not in the movie. You're right. I 100% agree. Even the other characters in the movie were missing. Bill Paxton played the Sheriff Frank. There's a little bit of a love interest there with him and Laurie Strode, which, okay, it was cute. It was a cute scene. She goes to the supermarket, sees the old sheriff there or whatever, and they have a little moment. Oh, you look cute, and let's go look at the cherry blossoms. Never mind, Corey's over here stabbing people in the freaking sewers with Michael Myers. It was just a poor writing. The pacing was really bad. Bill Paxton played, Frank the sheriff in the first Halloween movie and the newer ones of the trilogy. Pacing was boring. It was slow. I kept looking at my phone. I kept laughing in parts where I shouldn't have been laughing. And I'm like, this is how you end this trilogy? And then to make matters worse, it made a lot of money. And I understand why. These types of movies are always going to make money in movie theaters. Even though it's on Peacock at the same time, it's going to make money. It made its money back already. I think it made almost $50 million. Jamie Roach. Hey, Jamie, how you doing? Thank you for joining the chat. No one can defend. I'm going to put this up on the screen. No one can defend this movie. Over 40 years since its first movie, that was an absolute disgrace to its legacy. And I agree. Listen, and I'm not like, I know Mike D in the chat liked the movie, and I'm not saying you can't like it. Like what you want. But at least I think Mike D has the sense, and I think he even mentioned it, that he's like, he's certain things you just can't defend. You can like the movie. Hey, listen, I like the movie Tango and Cash with Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell. The movie sucks. It's terrible. But I love it because I think it's fun. Yeah, Advent, you're right. Yeah, no Dr. Loomis. Laurie is trying to be the new Loomis. Laurie Strode is trying to be the new the new doctor especially for the granddaughter. She's trying to put everything in line. She's taking care of business. She's the protector. Michael was never characterized as human. He was written as a force. Yes, evil force, personification of evil. And the lack of innocence in this movie makes Michael less evil. 100%, 110%. Not Bill Paxton. I'm sorry. Bill Paxton wasn't in the movie with the tornadoes. Will Patton. I'm sorry. Will Patton. Jesus. I meant to say Will Patton, not Bill Paxton. Jesus. Good call. Yeah, I agree, Abomination AJ. I'm going to highlight this because this is so true. By the way, Abomination AJ, thanks for stopping by, man. Like I was telling Advent Wrath and a bunch of other people in here, starting next week when I get my better equipment in, I'm going to start dropping links into the chat. I'm going to start shouting out people like I do now. I'm going to put links into the chat. So I'm going to give you some shout outs starting next week. Everybody who's joining who has a YouTube channel, especially, they're going to get a shout out. But thank you for coming in, man. He's right. Everything coming out currently is based on something before, and it's a disgrace to its legacy. There's no original. I'm not saying you have to completely come up with a new concept. It's hard. I get that because you're going to have your fans from the original stories that are going to look at this and go, what the hell is this? You're writing it for a new audience, but you still have to respect the original audience. This is the problem that Disney has right now and Marvel. They don't give a shit about the audience that came before this, who bought their comics, who watched their cartoons, who watched the original movies and love them. They want to just rip apart everybody who doesn't like their new stuff because their agenda. Let's make everything about our politics. And if you don't like it, we're going to just cast you out. We're going to write articles. We're going to have Variety put out articles and all these publications and main media. And then when they have guys like Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers and Eric July and all these people doing their thing, then they put it in their show like She-Hulk. And their whole episode of their finale is ripping YouTubers who mock them. Okay, are you that freaking just shallow and empty and unhappy that you have to go after people online? The Lord of the Rings did this with their crap show, Rings of Power. What are you doing? Loomis refused to refer to him as human being. Yeah, he said he is evil. They use the music for nostalgia instead of using it to psychologically train the audience to be afraid of Michael. They want member berries. Yes. And I actually like the title intro of all the Halloween movies, the current ones especially. And somebody brought this up earlier on YouTube about how each movie was a hint of how the movie was going to go. Like the first one was the melting pumpkin, and the second one was the pumpkin on fire, and this one was all the pumpkins inside of each other exploding. And then at the end, you find out why. But yeah, you're right. Advent's right. Abomination AJ's right. And so is Mike D here. And Abomination AJ is a good authority on this. And this is why I want to collaborate with him soon in the next few weeks too, just to talk about modern entertainment in general, where it's going. Because, he knows a lot. This is a guy who wants to do like an Eric July kind of thing, make his own comic, be maybe an animator, an artist. He's a great artist. Made my whole thing here. The Can Only Sasquatch Avatar. Guy's awesome. For me, kills and ends don't exist, Jamie Roach says. This film made Halloween 3 Season of the Witch a good movie. You know what's funny? We were talking about that at the beginning of the show. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. I have to go back and watch it again. But you're right. That's when you know you have a bad movie. Is when it actually makes you think case in point. Lord of the Rings new show. Awful. I didn't love the Hobbit movies when they came out. Now I love the Hobbit movies because I see what's come after it. And I'm like, you know what? They're not that bad. They didn't need to be made into a trilogy, but they're not that bad. Even the Resurrection was good. Yeah, we said that. Jamie, I think what we were saying is that Halloween 1 original, 2 original, and H2O were probably the most well-received because they were all the John Carpenter Halloween movies. And then you had these new... Well, John Carpenter was a producer in these movies. And then Mike D says Resurrection is worse than this. Yeah, I think really anything after 2 of the original kind of went downhill. Still better than the Circle of the Thorn, but low bar. Thank you, Advent. You're right. So this is my point, though. So anyway, but by the end of this movie, they trap Michael Myers into Laurie's house. The granddaughter and Laurie get in a fight. It was really weird. Like the granddaughter was being bitchy to the Laurie, and she's like, you caused that. Everybody's blaming Laurie Strode for everything. You caused this. You caused this. There was a lady in the second movie who got her throat cut by a lamp, and she miraculously lived. And blaming Laurie, because of you waking up this evil person that's been chasing you for 40 years. This is all your fault. This is all your fault. Okay, so the granddaughter gets in on this. Never mind that the doctor that was supposed to watch over Michael in 2018's movie let him go, but it's all Laurie Strode's fault. It's cool. But Laurie Strode is 70 plus years old, just drop kicking Michael Myers. She's doing karate kicks on the ground. He's got her hand in a garbage disposal while it's on. She gets away though. Michael Myers, the personification of evil. Evil itself, I don't care how old he is, stronger than hell. She gets away. She gets him onto an island, a big wooden kitchen island, drops by herself, pushes a whole refrigerator on top of him to trap his knees, stabs him repeatedly in all these different areas. You have this big knife that she has. Instead of just cutting his goddamn head off, stabbing him in the side, cutting his arteries, cutting his neck. He's bleeding out. Never mind in the movie before this. Hey, Darlene C. How you doing? Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Awesome. Hey, Darlene, also another person to follow on Twitter and on YouTube. She's awesome. New follower on Twitter. Got a great community on Twitter, man. We're blowing up. I really love these people. We stick together. We might have disagreements here and there, but we have a lot of fun on Twitter together and YouTube. Great community. So thank you, Darlene, for dropping in on the chat. I really appreciate you dropping in on the stream. And again, guys, listen, I love you all. Please like, subscribe, and share, because it really does make a difference. The more we like the videos, YouTube will recommend them. The more you share them to people, get more subscribers. Listen, I want to be doing this. I want to collaborate with all you people. You're all awesome. So thank you so much again. I'm nothing without you guys. I'm nothing. So I appreciate you coming in, especially on a Monday night. I know it's getting late. Anyway, I didn't expect to do 50 minutes of Halloween. This has been awesome. The chat's been on fire. This is great. So anyway, she drops a fridge, throws a fridge. Darlene's right. She literally throws a fridge on him, cuts the arteries, bleeding out, stab. Of course, he comes back to life a few times, stab. The granddaughter comes back because she realizes that she was wrong. And anyway, breaks his arm. Then he bleeds out and he's finally dead. Michael Myers, after 40 plus years, gets destroyed by a refrigerator. Hey, Spider Master, what's up, buddy? Spider Master dropping in. There's another guy to check out. Spider Master, awesome dude. Thank you for supporting. Hey, buddy, we're just kind of at the end of the whole plot of the Halloween Ends movie. So you're right, Darlene. She holds his hand. Now they try to make this connection between them, that one couldn't be without the other. That this whole 40 plus years has been about these two people, but yet never mind, the movie was 50 minutes in and nothing happened, nothing to do with either one of them. Well, nothing to do with Michael Myers chasing her. I would have rather have seen, if you're going to call it a boring plot, I'd rather see Michael Myers going after Laurie Strode in the same typical paint by numbers movie script plot. By chasing him, she's doing whatever she can to get away for 15 minutes instead of this guy Corey. Made no sense. Allison, the granddaughter, was a pain in the ass. I hated half these characters. Spider Master says, "Okay, well, I'm working on my Splatoon horror film." Hey, dude, I'm in. If you make a Splatoon horror movie, I'm buying it day one. So please let me know when that's out, because first of all, that's a great, interesting, unique concept. I think we'd all be in. Yeah, thank you, Darlene. He killed her daughter. She should have stabbed him 150 times. Cut his head off. Doesn't she have she has a pistol? In the first movie in Halloween 2018, she had guns and fucking shotguns and rifles. And in this movie, she's got a revolver. Like, what the hell happened here? You had hidden compartments all over your house. Fire, knives coming out of the walls. Now you have a kitchen, you're making pumpkin pies. What the hell's going on? And didn't they know he wasn't dead? He was hiding? What the hell happened? Michael would never team up with anybody. It was a low-key female empowerment movie. It's okay. Yeah, and she even said that. It's okay for Laurie to kill Michael, but she has to lose everything in the process and die alongside him. Thank you. She even said that this was a feminist. This is a pro-feminist movie. And I'm not sure that was an agenda. I know what you're saying, Advent, and it did kind of come out that way. I'll watch. Go to the garage, get a chainsaw. She doesn't have a chainsaw though. She's making pumpkin pies all of a sudden. She's Granny Appleseed over here. Hey, Spider Master. Okay, so the Spider Master. Go follow him on YouTube right now. He's making a Splatoon horror movie that's coming to his YouTube channel soon. I want everybody to support this. Share, like get it out there. And again, everybody who's on this stream that is a YouTuber, right now working with some janky equipment. It's a little hard to do anything besides just the stream. Next week, I'll be back with a better computer. I am going to be putting all the links to the YouTube channels in the chat going forward. On any live chat, people want to come in, your links are going to get, so shout. All I can do right now is shout you guys out. Advent Wrath, Abomination AJ, Darlene C, Spider Master. Please follow these people. These are great people. These are the future of entertainment. These are the people of the future of the industry. We got to protect the community. We got to protect each other. Mainstream media is not going to stop. So we have to fight. We got to fight the good fight. Dr. Monica. I love it. My movie is called, so again, Spider Master, go please subscribe to his channel right now while you're listening to this. You can do it. You can multitask. And he's got a movie coming out. He's got good content. Again, I've been popping followers and getting followers in and out on Twitter all for the last week, and it's been great. You guys are all awesome. Okay, Jamie Roach. Michael has never spared anyone's life like he did with Corey, then started teaming with him. Could you not believe what it was utterly ridiculous. Yeah, Spider Master, put your channel, if you want to drop, hey, listen, anybody who's on YouTube right now, who's in the chat, drop your link. I can't do it because my equipment not up to snuff yet. Drop your link into the chat. I'm good for it, man. Broadcast, advertise your channels on here. Got 12 people watching right now, which is better than I thought I'd get on a Monday night. Drop your links, all of you, right now. Yeah, she burned a pumpkin pie. Laurie Strode's a pain. She's a bitch. She burned a pumpkin pie trying to cook for her granddaughter. I guess that was kind of, I didn't even realize at the time. Was that a sign of things to come? Like everything was going to burn in her life? So anyway, yes, a Filipino meatball, our third co-host on the Whiskey and Cannolis podcast on Friday nights. He's in here. Yes, you can drop your OnlyFans link. I actually prefer that. Halloween Daily News. Okay. You know what? I will follow them now. It's on Twitter and on YouTube, Darlene. Anyway, again, people, Spider Master, Darlene, whoever here, Advent, drop your links into the chat now. Copy your link, drop it in there so people can follow you. I don't care. I can't do it right now, but I will start doing it in the future. But yes, Halloween Daily News, I will follow. Thank you for that. Anybody listening, please follow them as well. So anyway, the movie basically ends with a coronation of the whole town coming together because they tie Jason to Allison's car on the roof. And they just have this, like, what is it called? Procession, a funeral procession, and they're through the streets every Monday. Awesome. Thank you. I'm going to follow them and I'm going to hit that notification. That's another thing. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when I put a new video up and also when I have new live streams. So they have this funeral procession. They drive the car with him on top of the car really slowly. And of course, like the EMTs that are at the house after all this shit went down are like, oh, are we really? This is not how we do things. And the sheriff comes in. He's like, we will tonight, or it is tonight. I'm like, oh my fucking God. So anyway, they drop him into the junkyard Corey used to work at, into this, like, what do you call it? What is the thing they put him in to kill him? Paper shredder. Thank you, Darlene. They put him in a paper shredder. And at this point, for a second, I don't know if anybody else felt the same way. I really thought he was going to wake up and try to kill her again. Like, this is a horror movie. This is a Halloween movie, but that didn't happen. She pushes him in. He gets crushed by the paper shredder. And you're like, holy shit. So from the time I wasn't even born yet, when the original movie came out till now, this is how they end the movie. It was a car shredder. I'm sorry, paper shredder. I'm so stupid, Darlene. I'm a dumbass, Darlene. It is a car shredder because they're at a junkyard. Paper shredder would have been better though. That would have been more painful, right? It took longer. Thank you, Darlene, for making me look stupid. No, I'm just kidding. That was really stupid by me. Good call. It was a car shredder, duh. So they put him in this car shredder. You see his insides get ripped out. His head explodes, and then that's it. Movie ends. You see at the end, Allison's leaving Haddonfield finally after all the murder. She's got to get out of town. After she, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this, that Corey finally dies. Towards the end of the movie, he tries to kill Laurie because Laurie wants to take Allison away from him. So he, as Michael Myers, he's running around and Laurie just kills him. Stabs him. Of course, he doesn't die. And Michael Myers finds him on the ground, snaps his neck, and then he becomes Michael Myers again. Plus that's before the fridge got thrown at him. I'm all over the place. I definitely need to be kept on track. Paper Shredder is a good nickname. That's a good nickname for like a Ninja Turtles, like a new iteration of a Ninja Turtle. Okay, well, so here's the theory that somebody brought up to my wife, is that here's what's going to happen, because this franchise is not going to end. So Laurie Strode gets together with the sheriff dude, and then they're going to go check out the cherry blossoms, and Allison leaves town, and basically the movie ends, but you still see the Michael Myers mask on the ground, kind of, and you're like, okay. So the theory is that she is pregnant with Corey's child, and this is going to be what the next trilogy is going to be about. I like parts of the movie, just don't like the end. And where was Michael? No, and I agree. Darlene's right. Is there things you could pick out of the movie that you liked? Maybe. Yeah. There were a few. I actually liked Laurie having a little bit of a love story with Frank, I think it was. The old sheriff guy. That was cute. But where was the passion? Where was the heart? The protagonist is John Gotti. He's an inkling 18 years old. You know what? I like it. Hey, listen, I'm not a big John Gotti fan. That sounded bad, but I come from that era. I'm an Italian kid who grew up in Brooklyn, moved out here. Mafia stuff was my life. I love that mob genre. So if John Gotti is your protagonist, Spider Master, I am in 110%. Good job, buddy. I love the originality. This is what Hollywood's missing. Originality. Do something different. They should have kept Corey alive, I guess, because but here's the thing. If there's a Corey Halloween movie going forward, and are you going to watch it? Are you going to watch it? Now, and how long do they wait to make another Halloween movie now? Because you know it's coming. I was expecting, honestly, after this, they were going to try to remake the Friday the 13th movies again, and then maybe Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't want them to touch any more movies. This writing team is terrible. I think the next batch of movies will ignore this. Same how Carpenter ignored everything. So you think it'll just be retcon and just start over again? But how long do we wait? And here's the thing. These movies make money. Twilight. I can't stop comparing parts to Twilight. Thank you, Darlene. You're right. Look at Spider Master here. The second character is Jessica Stone. Stone. His girlfriend, and Joseph Berger. I hope you're not playing me here, Spider Master, because I'm actually liking this idea. This sounds great. F-13 is still in a lawsuit, last I checked. Friday the 13th is still in a lawsuit for the rights of the movie. Because that's a movie that you probably could remake. And it's another movie I love, the original, and a few others after. Jason Takes Manhattan might be my favorite because it's so stupid and over the top, but it's just a blast to watch. They're going to pull the mask as a moniker thing. Yeah, I totally agree, Advent. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think they're going to go exactly that route. It's going to continue on. Evil personified, evil passed on. I don't know, man. And that's the thing. It's like, are we just going to keep watching these movies? I don't know. It depends on what are we going to go? I don't know if you come out with a new Halloween movie in the next 2 years. Are people really going to give a shit? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. This movie made money. And you know what, Jamie? The wife is right. The mask was left at the end for a reason. Of course. They always got to leave hints. You know there's going to be... These movies make money. This movie made $50 million, even though it was streaming at the same time. Now, I think there will be a massive drop-off after this, but there's really nothing to compete with it. So, I see that being the case. Laurie's grand fund's going to... Why? Why wouldn't you burn the mask, though? If you're going to put him in a car shredder, why would you not? It'll be an allegory for something that happened in the writer's childhood. You're probably right. So they're gonna, yeah, you're right. And then that right, yeah, it's gonna, like I said, that's how it's gonna get passed on. Mike D says, yeah, because Michael was originally killed off in H2O, but they flipped it and said he switched the mask onto someone else. Exactly. Or off to someone else. Exactly. I mean, the thing is, I don't know. I did this movie just didn't do anything for me. It was bad. It'll be an allegory for something that happened in the writer's childhood. And I agree. I already read that. Advent, you're right. You're 100% right. And it's 100% accurate. And I agree with you. So I don't know how everybody else felt about this movie. This is my thoughts on the movie. I gave it a 3 out of 10 on Twitter the other day but after I just saw it, I got really angry and annoyed. As I drink my 0 sugar 7-Up. It tastes like cough syrup. Ugh. Because that's what's Lori got left in life without Michael. Well, she held his hand at the end while he was dying, so apparently they had a connection together. Jesus. So basically, that's basically what I wanted to talk about for most of the stream, is the ridiculousness of Halloween Ends and how bad it was, and I'm glad it's over. But Abomination AJ earlier was right, how this new stuff. I'm still thinking. I made a new update of the film on my YouTube channel. Spider Master, I swear to God, man, if you're lying to me about this movie, I'm not going to be very happy with you. Because it sounds amazing. I'm going to go to your YouTube channel right now while I'm on the stream. Hold on. I got to do this. Damn it. Internet's not working. All right. I want you guys to drop your links into the stream, please. Like I said, I will be doing that in the future for you guys, but if you want your channels advertised, please. Spider Master, put your link into the stream, your YouTube link. Now we got YouTube handles coming. You see this fancy stuff? We're going to have handles. I'm very happy about that, actually. Friendly. Well, so how do you make Freddy family friendly? Hey, listen. Don't make fun of me for drinking the 7-Up. I'm not saying that it was good when it was cold. Now it tastes like cough medicine because it's warm. So friendly family Freddy. How does that work, though? Is he like the elf on a shelf, but like as Freddy? Well, so does he sing like instead of the Christmas music? Does he go around singing? Have spoons? Well, first of all, is he going to be Freddy or Frit? Is it going to be a they them Freddy? Are we going to go that route? Non-binary Freddy. One, you remember the song 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. So they're going to go 1, 2, they them are coming for you. 3, 4, he's going to transition to a whore. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. I can see that. So how do you do the Jason one, though? How do you do Jason? Your link's not working? Oh, man. Sorry, buddy. Do you even know how to copy your link into the chat? I'm sorry. I wish I could do it for you guys. I really do. Spider Master, I need you to put your link into the... Let's go. Put it in there. Abomination AJ, I don't have to say much. That guy's blowing up. But I will start doing that for you guys next week. I'm expecting to see JT Gunn in here. I was just watching his after. That's another guy I love, man. JT Gunn, After the Weekend, and JT Gunn on YouTube. After the Weekend does a great job. He does a great job with his co-hosts of retro. They like review retro movies from the 80s and 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Awesome channel, man. Go check that out. After the Weekend. I want you to get them up to 200 subscribers on YouTube. After the Weekend is close. They're like a 196. Get them to 200. They're awesome people. And then JT Gunn himself. Just search JT Gunn After the Weekend. Go subscribe to him as well. And them. They are awesome people. I'm starting to think Spider Master's pulling my chain, man. John Gotti and Splatoon horror. I don't know. I mean, I want to believe him, but I really don't know. So anyway, I wanted to finish the stream. The girl would just continue to escape him and defeat him by attacking his toxic masculinity and fragile ego. You know what, Abomination? I'm highlighting that. And I'm putting that on the stream because that is 100% how it would end. But here's a question for you, Abomination. Do they swap out would you expect them to do a race swap of Freddy or Jason in the future? If it was Disney, they do it. If it was Netflix, they do it. How would that go over? Spider Master. Are you saying you're trying to put the link in, or you did try to? I don't know what's going on, why the links aren't working. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have the wife, Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch, by the way, who did a great job on last Friday's podcast about the serial killers we don't know about, and now I couldn't sleep for 3 days. It was really scary. But Abomination AJ, you're right, man. They would do some, they would go some weird route with an agenda. She'd like, instead of confronting him with weapons, she'd, have her SJW people on social media try to cancel him. And then the anti-capitalist leprechaun, he gives out his shillings. Communism, socialism. Because that always goes over so well. I like that idea, the anti-capitalist leprechaun. I kind of like that. I think that would be a very interesting concept for a movie that would fail badly. Just saying. I did not mean to spam. I sneezed. Jesus. I just gave you a follow. Hey, by the way, does Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch know how to share links in the chat? If you go to their YouTube page, I think if you go to the URL, like to their profile in YouTube, you can share their links. I can't do it at this time. So, yeah, Spider Master is awesome, man. So I don't know if the links are being posted. People are saying they're posting them. I'm not seeing them. I wish I could do it myself. I subbed to good Spider. There you go, Spider Master. You got subs, baby. I'm helping you out, man. This is what we do for each other. I want to thank Darlene for coming in, and Abomination AJ, and Mike D, and of course Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch, and my parents, and the Filipino Meatball, and Diana, of course, Double G Greg, the OGs of my channel. These guys started me off. Jamie Roach, awesome, thanks for coming in. Guys are really awesome, man. I got 13 people in the stream. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, real quick, not to go offline or off the subject. When I started this, I had like 2-3 people watching at one time. Mama Susan's on the rag. Oh my God. This Advent. What the hell, man? JT Gunn. There he is. Late night with Cap. Hey, man, I was just shouting you out, man. JT Gunn's a good man. He's got a great show on Wednesdays. Sometime in the near future, we're going to collaborate too on some stuff. This is an awesome community, man. JT's, I want to shout out JT's After the Weekend show where they do the retro movie reviews and stuff. Awesome one tonight about Ernest. What was it? Was it Ernest Scared Straight? God, what the hell? Is that the name of the movie you did? Yeah. Great movie. Great show. I got in like a little bit after I left work. He always shouts me out. He always tries to support me on Twitter, especially on social media. Got great people in here doing the same thing. So I really appreciate you, JT, for dropping in. We were going Scared Stupid. I'm stupid, and because Ernest Scared Stupid. Yes, I haven't seen that movie in so long. Great show tonight, by the way. And anyway, JT, what I was telling everybody is that I'm getting a better computer soon. I'm going to start dropping links when I have access to more screens and all this stuff. If you want to drop your links to any of your stuff, I don't know. People are saying that they're not able to here in StreamYard. If you're able to drop your link for After the Weekend and your own personal channel, drop it in the chat, man. Advertise all you want on here. Spam the hell out of me. I don't care. Ernest Tries Crack. That would be a great parody movie. But no, JT got me thinking about watching all these Ernest movies now. After the Weekend is the channel. After the Weekend on YouTube. Go subscribe. They're very close to 200 subscribers. I don't know if they got there yet. I've been trying to push them a little bit. Please get them there because they are awesome. They got merch now too. So in their channel, I believe in their description, they'll have some information as to where to get the merch for them. But they're awesome too, man. JT Gunn's a good dude. Appreciate you coming in. So yeah, we were just talking about the Halloween Ends movie and how it ended, and it ended poorly. So we got through that. So I just wanted to end the stream. You need to be a mod. You need to be a mod. Wrench to put. Oh, okay. Okay. You need to be a mod. Okay. Now I was gonna ask you, I'm gonna talk to you about that off stream. I don't think I have enough subscribers to add mods, or do you have to have a certain amount of subscribers to start adding mods, or can you use stream? I'm confused because on your thing, JT, I see Stream Elements is involved. So is that something separate you pay for and have them automatically mod, or do you just apply your own mods? I'm very confused about this thing. So maybe JT Gun, you can message me on Twitter or something, or just hit me up to let me know how you get a mod on YouTube. I looked into it today at work. I just didn't have a lot of time, but I definitely need to make some people mods on here. So I definitely appreciate it. Okay, Abomination AJ said the same thing. Make somebody a mod. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Do you just go to YouTube Studio and do that, and then just select people? Because I think I tried to do that today and it wasn't giving me an option. But I thought you would needed a certain amount of subscribers. Yes, we will be getting merch. Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch is looking into merch. I'm going to start off with something simple. I'm going to do a Cannoli Sasquatch shirt, and then we are looking into a Whiskey and Cannoli's podcast shirt. I'm going to get a Whiskey Banger shirt. Oh, okay, JT Gun. I got you. Hey, Whiskey Banger's in the chat. Whiskey Banger. I got Filipino Meatball, Whiskey Banger, Darlene. I got everybody. Okay, JT. Thanks, man. Okay, so you have to go into the YouTube chat because I'm stupid. Okay. I will do that on the next stream. Thank you. This is why I love you people. I'm stupid. I'm just a dumb Cannoli Sasquatch. I don't know what I'm doing. But these guys are... I bet you would bang a whiskey shirt. Well, if it's Whiskey Banger wearing the shirt, I might have to. Better late than never, am I right? Filipino meatball shirts. We're going to do it all. Hey, it's okay, Whiskey Banger. Whiskey Banger's got a little one who's a very feisty kid. He's a great kid. Adorable. Okay, now we got a subscription to Darlene. Left Eye Ego. What's up, my man? There's my boy right there. Nice. Can't wait to cop some of that sweet merch. Hey, you know what? I appreciate that, man. I'm looking into we're moving on some things. I am gonna make my wife a mod, JT. Yes. She's the person I think of who'd be the greatest at it. So yes, I will. Left Eye Ego and I are going to do a stream together next week, I think, right? Left Eye, we're going to do some stuff on your channel, I believe, right? Talk about some NFC East football rivalries. That's going to be awesome. Meatball with his hand reaching out to an absent Emma Stone. You know what? I like that advent. We should do an Emma Stone like walking away and Filipino Meatball just like reaching out crying. Darlene says it's not my channel. Oh, I'm sorry, Darlene. Did I shout out the wrong channel? My bad. If I did. Advent Wrath is funny, man. This dude's going to go places. It won't be absent if the chloroform works. Left Eye Ego. I love these guys, man. Abomination AJ and Left Eye Ego gave me an awesome shout out Saturday on their live stream. And it was a real sincere explanation from Abomination AJ as to why he likes my channel. And I know it was genuine, and I really do appreciate it. I mean, it humbled me a lot. It humbles me to do this. I love doing this. But he said that I have good taste. He just went, and I feel the same way about him. I love his shows. I love his streams with Left Eye Ego because they get into the stuff that I don't always know a lot about, but it's always interesting. If you open up your live stream, see, JT, nobody said I was intelligent. I didn't say I was intelligent. I see what you're saying. So open it up. Okay. This is why I'm going to be very happy soon that I'm getting a new this new work PC that I had before that has 3 monitors, so I can do this much easier. I'm doing it on a laptop right now. Let's good old chloroform on my right first. He looks like your show because you're sexy. He likes your show because you're sexy. Who are you talking to? Oh, Abomination AJ. Yeah, JT and dude, here's my dream. Honestly, I want to do a meetup someday with everybody. I know it's going to be tough because of logistics and work and stuff. I would love to do a big stream with just all my favorite YouTubers right now. And I know I would love to have all the Geeks and Gamers people and all these, but that's beyond me. I'm talking about these guys that are starting out and growing together. Oh, thank you, Diana. Did you just hit on me, Diana? Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch, I got hit on by Diana. I appreciate it though. Oh, well, JT is sexy himself. I mean, he got called out as a leprechaun on Twitter the other day from some schmo. That guy was so stupid. We got him though. JT and we all got him for you. Didn't he block his Twitter tweets after that? Or this guy was an idiot. But I love this community, man. I really do. I mean, look at this. 16 people in the chat on a Monday night is the most I've ever had on a solo stream because of these guys and gals. The support here is amazing. But yeah, I would love to have a stream maybe on a weekend separate from my own and the podcast. Just all my favorite guys coming in, man. Guys and gals coming into one big stream, going for hours, man. Like I love the way that Friday Night Tights does it. I love the way Tuesday Night's Main Event does it. Like something that style where we can all just chat about bullshit and just, Diana is talking about me and my Shakira hips. You do not have any hips, but your hips don't lie. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out how to do this thing that JT Gunn's telling me about here. Hold on a second. I'm going to try this real quick. Stick with me on the stream real quick. I'm going to get onto the YouTube stream and create moderators. But I hope you're all really having an amazing day, night. I'm going to have to try that in a second. What I wanted to kind of finish and round things off here on is not just Halloween. I'm not going to get into a whole long conversation about this. Everybody's been talking about it today. Ryan Kinnell, all the guys, Eric July, G4TV getting crashing and burning and getting canceled. I'm not going to get into it 100%. I'm not going to go into a whole long thing about this. They get what they deserve. I do feel bad for the people who got fired, who were genuinely good people. But when Frost went off on her tangent about saying how just if you don't like what you see here, don't watch all this shit. You lost me. You lost your crowd. You lost your fan base. And to this day, they're still playing victim. Even Adam Sessler, whatever his name. He's a lunatic. G4TV. It's sad for the people that are good, and it's something that we all kind of saw coming. So, like, I was going to do a little more on that, but the Halloween thing kind of took over, and that was more important. The G4TV thing is what it is. Don't mess with the fans. Stop pushing away the fans. Fandom is what made you. It's what makes you, and it also breaks you. That's all. Just be genuine. That's the thing I love about the people that I follow here. The bigger people that we follow, the Geeks and Gamers, the Neurotics, all these Eric Julys. They're genuine. They're honest. They'll give you an opinion, even if you don't like it, but it'll be constructive, and you'll learn from them. Abomination AJ was telling me some stuff on the side about, what some people from that group have said to him about his channel and how to grow it. And I took it to heart, and it's working. So I really do think there is value in just creating your own thing and keeping it your own thing. I know money, I know the money in the going with corporations, giving you money, advertising, all this stuff is great. But, Gary from Nerdrotic had a great point a couple of weeks ago. He's like, what's it worth if I don't have my freedom? I'd rather work my ass off and have my freedom. Everything's dependent on me. If I fail, it's on me. If I succeed, it's on me. It's not up to some corporation telling me what to do, what kind of content I should put on. It's all about what you want to do. That's genuine. That's what people like. Yeah, and Left Eye Ego with G4, man, they weren't genuine. These people didn't even know about video games. They had no... It was just bad. And they also try to bring back the name G4TV that was popular back in the day. Try to bring it back to a platform that was saturated with people doing the same thing, if not better than they were. G4TV was overproduced content for people who had no concept of what video games even were. They had bad takes. I could follow people on YouTube with 100 subscribers that have better insight on things than them. And they were huge at the time. I'm working the trailer 2 of the film, but it's coming soon. Hey, Spider Master, just let me know, man. You follow me on YouTube, right? Cannoli Sasquatch. Just find me. Like, subscribe, and share this video. Get it out. And Left Eye Ego is another guy, man. Go out and subscribe to him. Left Eye Ego. Follow him on Twitter. Follow him on YouTube. The guy's awesome. Puts out good content. Him and Abomination AJ, awesome collaboration. They are the the Texas version of the Whiskey and Cannolis podcast, basically. But they do different stuff. Like they go, I love what they do. I get so much insight on that on their streams on Saturdays. You know, I do my Saturday stuff and I leave them on, and I always go in and out, and I'm constantly. Then I get drawn in. They talk about the culture, what's going on with the culture, the nerd stuff, the comic books, the cartoon. Like they're the culmination of stuff, man. It's great. Whereas our Whiskey and Cannolis podcast, like Abomination AJ, what did he say? It's the real manly shit. And that's, you know what? But that's what I love about this community, man. We're all different. We don't always have to like know what the other person's talking about, but we support each other. That is the bottom line, because nobody else is going to do it. Jamie Lee Curtis, it's time to end Halloween. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, well, she said she's done with Halloween, and I think Halloween's done with her because it was really bad. So yeah, we'll be back Friday with the Whiskey and Cannolis podcast, 7:05 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We're going to do a Halloween horror movie theme. And it's not going to be, listen, I want everybody who's in here now to join that chat, because we're going to do horror movie, best horror movies, worst horror movies, your favorite horror movies, the most overrated, underrated. We're going to get into all that. And while I got here, I'm going to try something real quick while you're all on the chat. I'm going to try to, this is a Cannoli Sasquatch live stream first. We're going to try to set a moderator while we're on chat. But now that, thank you to JT Gunn for letting me know how stupid I am. Now I'll be able to have moderators on the show. How stupid am I? Like, seriously. I didn't know that. I've been doing this for 15 weeks. You would have thought that by now I'd understand how to put a moderator on. Well, I'm going in there now to do it. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming into the chat. I had a great time tonight. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the support. Thank you. Again, Abomination AJ, Left Eye Ego, JT Gunn, After the Weekend, Advent Wrath, Darlene C., who doesn't have a channel, but we're supporting somebody's channel, The Spider Master. I want to thank Diana. I want to thank Jamie for coming in, Double G Greg, my favorite whiskey banger, Filipino Meatball. You guys are all awesome. I love doing this stuff with you guys. I let you know how stupid you are daily. Thank you. Now that I'm creating more shorts and some more clips out of this, and like I said, next week I'll have my better equipment. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. We're gonna make big things happen with this. I look forward to working with Left Eye Ego next Wednesday. I don't know if we have a time yet. Of course, Left Eye, of course, anytime, man. And you always support me. I'll always support you guys. I don't know what time we're going to do that with Left Eye. We'll both give shout outs on our social media stuff. And we're going to be doing that. It's going to be a fun stream. It's going to be a sports stream. We're going to talk about our rivalry with our teams. I'm looking forward to that. It's my first collaboration with another YouTuber, so I'm really excited about that. And then Abomination AJ, we're going to talk off the air soon, and I wanted to get him on my channel. Even Left Eye Ego can join too if we want to talk about what's going on within the culture of media and comic books and movies and Marvel and Disney and all that crap. You should tell Tims you make a bunch of Tims. What are you talking about, Filipino Meatball? I'm so new to this. I thought the community tab was everyone's. I don't even have a community. I'm so lost. Now I'm seeing community tabs are coming to everyone. This YouTube thing is confusing to me. Yeah, we'll work on a time. I mean, like I said, I think I gave you a ballpark, but I'll be home at that point. Working from home will be easy. I'm so low IQ. I've spent all this time trying to figure out how to add mods, and I've done it. Thanks, Abomination. Hey, man, I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. Adding mods, like I don't know. I'm trying to like log into my YouTube. Okay, now I'm into my YouTube stream. Hold on. And so I go into the chat and oh, okay, I see. So you just pick the person you want to use. Diana, Tim is not dropping his shorts. Oh my God. What is going on? I can create polls in here. Look at this. Where have I been? So what do? I click on the person. Oh. All right. Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch, you are now a moderator. So you'll have a wrench next to your name. They'll call you Miss Sasquatch the Wrench. You sound like a mob hitman. So Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch is now a moderator. So now she's able to go in and add links off of your guys' YouTube channels in the YouTube chat. I got it now. Thank you, Abomination AJ. Thank you, JT Gunn. Appreciate it. Tim is not dropping his shorts. Surprise, surprise, Diana. You still can't find. He does have a what is it? What do the Asians eat? Spring rolls? Not an egg roll. Egg rolls are thick. Spring rolls are tiny and thin. That's what Filipino meatball has. You're not low IQ, Abomination. You make good shit, man. But thank you, JT. See, even an old dog can learn new tricks. I appreciate that, buddy. So I finally figured out how to add a moderator. 15, almost 16 weeks into this. Oh my God, man. I am getting old. I mean, you see the gray hair, right? Dog's barking. You can hear the dog. So anyway, that's pretty much where I'm at. I just really don't understand the making of this movie, why it was made. I don't know why Hollywood does anything they do. I know there's a lot of other stuff going on outside of this. Could you copy their URL and drop it in? Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch, can you copy the URLs from these people's websites? Oh yeah, no, you're in. So here's what I want you to do if you can. Before we end the stream, I want to add Abomination AJ's URL. JT Gunn, Left Eye Ego, Advent. You got a lot of work to do here. See, this is where next week I'm going to have multiple monitors set up. So I can just drag and drop shit in while we're talking. So we're going to do that. We're going to try to drop some links in today to shout out you guys. And then you guys all deserve it because you do it for me. You don't have to do it. Abomination AJ gave me a great shout out Saturday. I had a little tear in my eye. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. It was beautiful. That's a hammer. Yeah, you can block that. You can do whatever you want. No, Filipino meatball. Nobody's putting your Pornhub in there. You're just sick bastard. Well, OnlyFans, sure, but not your Pornhub. How about I get my shit together and we'll shout out Friday? Okay. Listen. I got to give the missus some time. Now that I know how to moderate, let's take one step at a time. We'll start with the moderators, adding the moderators, and then by Friday, we'll start adding the links. I do appreciate everybody coming in, though, man. You guys are all awesome. I'm not going to keep you much longer. I do appreciate everyone. I really do. But please like, subscribe, and share. It's hard to be a mod when I can't see all the comments. You got to go into the YouTube stream. Once you go into the YouTube stream and look at the chat through that, you can do that. Next week, by Friday, this will all be, Jamie is awesome. Listen, my wife is a character. She is going to be implemented a little more into maybe the Friday shows, or I might do a separate stream with her once a month. Somebody on here gave me a great idea about doing once a month. Yeah, this is all fancy now. Yeah, we're going big time, man. When this isn't, listen, I'm thinking I'm about 26 subscribers. Yeah. I'm closing in on 90. I think I'm at 84, 85 right now. So inching up. I want to be at 100 by the new year on YouTube. I'm also on Rumble. If you go into my YouTube profile, there's a link. By the way, JT Gunn, thank you for that idea. You are the one who gave me the idea for the link tree because I saw it on your profile. What an awesome feature that is. So if you go into my YouTube profile, there's a link tree link that gives you all my ASMR. God, Tim, it gives me all of my links to all my social media stuff, all of them. Just click on them, boom, you're in. We need an ASMR from Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch. You know what? We can do that. All right, buddy. Thanks, JT, for dropping in, man. I know it's getting late. Yeah, we can have Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch do a... So anyway, we're going to kind of call it an evening. I want to thank everybody again. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. I want to thank everyone for coming in again. Everyone who got a shout out. I promise you by this time next week or Friday, I'm going to give everybody a shout out with the URLs and the links. I do promise. Now that I got that figured out, thank you, JT Gunn. Thank you, Abomination AJ. We're going to do that. We are going to add links and shout everybody out. But for right now, follow Abomination AJ, follow JT Gunn, follow Advent Wrath, follow the Spider Master, Darlene C, whoever else. If I forgot anybody, I'm really sorry. You should 15 watching. Smash the like. Thank you, buddy. I had actually 17, 18 at one point, which is a high for me. Thank you, JT Gunn. I really appreciate you, man. We're going to do some collaborations in the future with all these people. I want to get on a big stream eventually with these people. I love you all. Thank you for coming in and listening to me rant about the stupid movie. Okay, that is it. I'm not going to keep you any longer. Thank you. Have a great Monday night. I will see you back here Friday for horror movie night with Whiskey Banger. We're going to talk about the best, the worst, the most overrated horror movies, what we like. Come and have a fun chat. We want to make it a fun night. After last week's serial killer shit, we all had nightmares for a while. We're going to get past that, though. I want everybody to come in and join. We're going to have a fun time. 7:05 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. This is Cannoli Sasquatch saying goodbye. Love you. See you Friday.